Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of, the week. we are doing weeklies of June 17th. I'm going to keep hitting the wrong button, I promise you. But you actually have three cards. You have this Panther Spirit says reclaim your power. The Sandpiper Spirit says be playful. And this Owl Spirit that says you see clearly now. So that's good. That looks like a lot of clarity to me. And it does seem to me like it could be a week for fire signs to get clarity on, whatever you're doing in life or whatever direction you're going in. I feel like you've had maybe like some sort of breakthrough moment. Like I'm not talking about, a big thing here necessarily, but, I feel like there's been, I'm doing this the week of whatever this week is. Today is the 12th or the 13th, I think. I actually have no clue what day it is. I never know. But whatever this week is, the week of the 10th or something, I think that this week maybe you've had some, or you will have if you are watching this early, some sort of breakthrough. And I think this breakthrough moment is going to kind of carry through the week of the 17th. So, it's almost like you're kind of like riding a high. It's like you're carrying an energy forward, which I am a big fan of. I'm a big fan of, really celebrating the wins of life and trying to expand them, grow them. And look at this reading. This is a really good reading here, Leo. So love it. But, like I said, I'm a big fan of kind of like getting more out of a win. And I kind of feel like that's what the Knight of Pentacles is talking about. And this doesn't even have to be a big win either. This could be a small win. It's like maybe you cleaned your room. Maybe you've been sticking to a habit for a long period of time and you're like finally, developing a positive habit or something like that. But whatever it is, doesn't matter. I would keep it going and see how you can add to it, or see how you can do it, get more out of the win that you're having. And I kind of see that you are creating, like, this is one of those like positive snowball type readings as far as I'm concerned. I think that the energy, it looks to me like the energy is building. Just look at how the cards are laid out. It's like we have the Knights, then we go to the Emperor, the Aces. It kind of gets better as it goes this direction, if that makes sense. And I feel that you could easily carry this momentum forward, especially if you had some sort of win, no matter how big or small it was in the week of the 10th or whatever this last week is. You have the Four Cups here. It's like things are still not perfect. Four Cups, I think there is this energy of needing to mix things together for Leo. So you might like try an idea in work or your business, for example, and maybe it doesn't work. But the Four Cups, I always say it's like he's trying to manifest a cake in front of him, and he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, and he's disappointed because he thinks he doesn't have what he needs, but he really has all the ingredients for success. And I feel that for a lot of you, it's like maybe on their own, each thing that you know how to do in your life is not leading to success. But if you like mixed all your skills together and you put it into like one big project, or, if you mixed all the things you've learned and loved together, you would discover, whoever this guy is right here, or girl, or whatever you're into, doesn't matter, aliens, whatever you like dating. And it's like, if you mixed everything together, I think that you would get what you want. And the Nine of Cups is, kind of total fulfillment, everything that you want in your life. And he's just sitting in the energy of already having what he wants. That's really, everybody says Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, which is true, but, really it's a card of just being the thing that you want to be, just acting as if, but it's bigger than acting as if, because, he would develop the habits, he would do the things that he would do if he already had something. So if he wants love, he would take himself out on a date, or he would act as if and do the things he would do if he were dating a person. Same thing with money. He would act as if he has money, and he would do the things that he can do that don't require money so that he can attract money, right? And so I'm a big fan of this with the Nine of Cups, and, I kind of feel like that's what this reading is really, really talking about. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Devil. You could be attracting a Capricorn into your life. So for those of you that do want love, there's a little bit of love here. You have the Lovers, you have the King of Cups, Knight of Cups. There could be love, but I don't really see it as a love reading yet. But again, I do feel you could be attracting a Capricorn. I don't really get toxic vibes off that Devil. With the Four of Cups, here you go. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is really, especially in a reading like this, is a card of experimentation. It just says, take a step in a direction, try mixing things together, see what happens, see what works, see what doesn't work, and kind of like go from there. And I think that's what the Six of Pentacles is saying. It's saying, just try some things Especially, I feel this is financial as well. So especially for those of you, trying to grow your business or grow in your career or make more money, this could say experiment. With the Nine of Cups, you have the High Priestess. You always get the High Priestess. I always say that I think Leos are the most underrated intuitives in the zodiac. So I think you need to trust your intuition. I also would encourage you to look into mysteries, to break free from comfort zones, look into things that are maybe mysterious for you, or if you don't have the answers on like how to do something, there could be some mysteries or secrets that you need to learn about, because when you learn about them, that will open up your potential. The High Priestess is really the card of potential. She has no roof over her head. And, yeah, she could represent intuition, secrets, mysteries, blah, blah, blah. But she really represents unlimited potential. And I think you get the High Priestess with me a lot. And I'm pretty sure I basically say exactly the same thing to you every time. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Orphan card and this Never-Ending Story card. I do feel like this could be about love. So maybe you feel left out in the cold in love. Or maybe you feel like you are just always going to experience the same thing in connections. And sorry, let me just fix this a little bit. So maybe you think you're going to always experience the same thing in a love connection. Maybe you feel like, I feel like some of you feel like you're not meant to have a connection in love, or you're just never going to have one. But we have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Wands. So there could be like a true love connection coming in for you. The King of Cups, interestingly enough, I feel like the King of Cups is asking you to connect to your emotions. He's sitting in the deep ocean here. And the card itself says that he has explored his emotions, how he feels about things on a very deep level. So he understands his emotions on a much, much deeper level than most people, because he has explored how he feels. And he's sitting in these choppy waters on the card, but he is perfectly fine. And it kind of just says that, no matter what is going on around him, he is able to maintain his emotional state and not get knocked off his square, more or less. So I feel like maybe you've been doing some things to explore or to, really examine how you feel in life. And I think maintaining like a positive emotional state, those two cards kind of suck. Never-Ending Story and Orphaned, feeling left out in the cold. So I think that you maintaining a positive emotional state, again, Nine of Cups, being in the energy of what you want, that will help you get what you want. And again, I do feel that there could be a person coming in for you, a knight in shining armor. It could be a water sign, although I'm leaning towards Earth here in this reading, especially with the Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. It could be any sign. General reading. Could be a Gemini as well. But you have Capricorn twice here so far. You have the Queen of Pentacles as well. So, again, could be any sign. I also feel that this is about some sort of dream. It's like, I think that, this is going to sound kind of lame here. Let me pick my legs up here real quick. Here, Leo, I am like a 4-year-old child. I have to sit Indian style, right, in my chair. But what I would say here, cross-legged. But what I would say here is that I feel like some of you it's like there's something you want. I don't even think this is necessarily just love. It's almost like, you see that fancy car that you've always wanted, right? And so I think there's something that you have a strong desire to get, and it could be a material item. It could be, some sort of accomplishment or whatever. But if I put myself in your shoes, I feel this like pull towards something. And I feel like the Knight of Cups is saying, well, okay, like you can have it, but I think this is something that the universe, it's like the universe is trying to, and I'm not trying to mumble here, but I'm trying to clarify the message. And I feel that the universe is saying that there's something that you have to get on your own. It's almost like the universe is saying, like, yes, you can go earn this, but it's not necessarily going to be like people are helping you get this accomplishment. And I hope that makes sense. And that does not mean that you can't get people to help you, by the way. I think it's just saying, like, no one is going to just like magically give you that leg up, right? It's like something where, if you have to start a business to make enough money to buy your Ferrari or whatever it is you want, it's like you can have it, you can go and do it. And maybe building that business includes getting employees, but it's like you are the leader here. And I think that's what this and this right here is basically saying, is that you're going to have to be the leader on something, and, I think you won't regret it. So I would get moving here. Even the Four of Wands, yeah, could be marriage, but the Four of Wands also could just be your commitment to accomplishing the goal. And I think that the secret for Leo, which comes up for you in every single reading, is to level something up or to kind of like get to the next stage, right? Like these people are celebrating on the other side of these Four Wands. So they have to cross through that threshold. They have to complete something. Really, the Four of Wands is a card of completion. It can represent, completing a project and starting the next one, or, completing a job and getting the next thing. And so I think that, kind of like your universal karma here, whatever you want to call it, with that never ending story is saying, it doesn't matter how old you are, even if you're like 70 years old, like you've always experienced the same story financially or with your money or with you trying to accomplish things. And it's almost like you're breaking like a generational curse here. Pretty powerful stuff just in general. With the King of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty. I think that it's saying that the energy is kind of right for you to make this correction in your life, to break some sort of story in your life. It's not going to magically happen, of course, but the energy is there. I also do love the Ten of Cups for love. So if you want a connection, this could be a very strong connection. With the Knight of Cups, you have the World card here. The World is an accomplishment. So again, it's kind of funny that I said that that this part of the reading could be about something you want. I really get that feeling. Like that's the best way I could describe it. It's like if I put myself in your shoes, it's like I feel like there's something I see that I want in my life, but it's still, but there's things that have to be accomplished here, right? And so I hope that makes sense. With the Four of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is my momentum card. It is my card of, creating. I think the Knight of Swords can be challenging, but it's my card of creating that positive snowball, that positive momentum in a direction, which I think is going to be kind of like your best friend here. I also feel like the universe is trying to lead you through accomplishments. So it's like maybe for a very long time you feel like the universe has been holding you back. And now the universe is like saying, again, I want to stress, I don't think this is necessarily going to be easy, but I think the universe is saying like, hey, you're having little wins over here in your life, but not over here. So you should be focusing in this direction. And so I would be paying attention to even like the smallest wins. If you get out of bed in the morning, that is a win. So I think that for a lot of you, it's about, focusing in the right direction. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Truth card and this Relaxation card. Yeah, I do feel like less stressed out for you, Leo. I feel that the energy is just better. I think the truth is because you're doing more of the things that you want to do. We're in a time of truth, but the type of truth that I think is coming in for us on a personal level is, again, that, personally, we could be doing more things that we want to do. We could be having more fun or enjoying life more or being more playful, like that playful card says. Or we could just find that we're enjoying life more. And I would pay attention to the truth as well, as well. You have this Hangman card, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles as well. The Hangman is about having sacrificed movement. And he has done this so he can gain enlightenment. His head is glowing. And so you finally have the answers that you need in life, or you have some answers. I think you've developed a lot of skills. You have this other card here, the owl, that said knowledge and wit, or you see clearly now, right? Is that what it said? Yes. So this owl says you see clearly now. Owls are kind of like animals of knowledge and wisdom and learning. So I think that you have the knowledge and wisdom necessary to be very successful in your life. And I think you need to kind of like use those talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you've learned through sacrifice. I think, but what I will say is I think it's time for Leo to stop sacrificing themselves. I think it's time for you to kind of like get what you came here for. You have the Emperor. The Emperor is about being very driven, in your reading at least. I think the Emperor is really talking about the energy that you're embracing, much more action-taking energy, much more bold and confident. And I feel like you're much more sure of yourself. And if you're not yet, I think that this is something that you will be developing. And again, we have to develop confidence. So if you don't have the confidence yet necessary to accomplish whatever this World Knight of Cups thing is, again, start small. Have those small wins, whatever it is. Again, no shame here, right? If you getting out of bed in the morning is a win, then do it, right? And start small. Like I said, I think there's no shame in admitting that to yourself and then going from there. We all have to start somewhere. So, again, whatever it is for you, maybe it's like you get dressed in the morning, right? But once you start stacking those wins, believe me, it changed my life. So I'm a big fan of doing this. And I think that's what the Emperor is really talking about. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, I do feel like there could be like a Capricorn coming in for you if you want love. Could be any sign. I also feel that you need to kind of like rescue your finances. And by the way, I don't think anything bad is going to happen or anything like that, but I think that this is saying like you could have better finances just in general. You could have more resources at your disposal, and there are ways that you can do it. And I think the universe is really encouraging you to go get that Ferrari or whatever the big accomplishment is for you, whatever you've always wanted to do. With the Hangman, you have the Lovers. You've been waiting for love, like true love, if you don't have it already. And some of you already have love, I feel. And if you already have love, I think things will continue to go well. If you don't have love, I think that there clearly could be a connection coming in for you. With the Emperor, you have the Judgment card. Yeah, like I said, you cannot make this stuff up. The Judgment card is your purpose in life. It's like you're finally doing what you have always been meant to do. But this includes not sacrificing Leo for your, not sacrificing yourself for other people. So it's like if you're doing the self-sacrifice thing and, always putting other people first, then I think you're going to have a hard time accomplishing whatever this is. So it really is time for Leo to like focus on themselves, to accomplish, to kind of like put yourself first so that you can accomplish something. And I think what you're meant to realize is that by doing this, you actually are helping the people in your life or, the situations that you think need saving in your life, for example. It's like by putting yourself first, you're actually helping those things in the long run, right? With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, you have 2 6s here. 2 6s, to me, it's kind of like confirmation for your path. It basically says you're going in the right direction, you're doing the right things, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card. It says a new start is coming. You also have this cardinal moon. It says be bold and make the first move. Yeah, this is about you kind of taking the lead. So again, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, it's like you have to be the leader. You have to be the winner. You have to be number one. And I think that's what the whole entire reading is saying. It's like saying Leos need to like put themselves first, and also it's like, yeah, maybe you have to accomplish something where you get all the credit, and even though other people helped or whatever. And again, this isn't like a selfish thing or a bad thing. I think it's just saying that you are the one that has the vision. You have the owl spirit here, which says you see clearly now. You are the one that holds the vision, so of course you are the one that should get the credit. And there's something about that in this reading. You have the Lovers. Definitely could be love coming in for you. You could be attracting an Emperor, an Empress type person. Even going this way. Up here, we have the Four of Wands, the Emperor, and the Lovers. So I think that there could be a solid connection. The Lovers, to me, can represent like a divinely guided connection as well. This is your higher self angel, and it's like 2 people who are attracting each other right here. You have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a victory. It is also your truth, and you have that truth card showing up here. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about moving closer to your truth. It's another card of sacrifice, by the way. This right here is a palm frond. This is an olive branch. The palms in the tarot can represent a sacrifice. So some of you could be, and the Ace of Swords cuts both ways as well. So you could be cutting one thing out of your life so that you can have something better. But again, I would make sure that you're staying focused on your vision, like whatever your future life looks like. And the things that you invite into your life, do they add up to that bigger vision or do they subtract from it? And I think that's what you need to think about with the Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is out with the old and with the new. This card says a new start is coming. So, obviously this could just be a fresh start or a new start coming in. Let's see. With the Lovers, you have the 2 cups. Yes, definitely. The 2 cups is funny because it's like you and someone who's different than your usual type, but usually there's really good communication here. So I think that you could be attracting someone who is different than your usual type, but at the same time, if it works, it works. Everybody gets the 2 of cups nowadays. I think love is changing. We see this in the astrology. We see this everywhere. So it doesn't really surprise me that people are kind of like maybe being attracted to people that it's not like you're not attracted to the person, it's just not your type, right? With the Ace of Swords, you have the 4 cups. I love this 4 cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot, and you can see these 3 cups pouring into 1 cup. So I think that you're attracting a person who really pours into you if you're attracting love. I also feel that this could be about you pouring into yourself, which is clearly very important. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect, but also it's like the scales tipping in your favor. And I do feel that there is a certain level of like fairness going on here in this reading. It's talking about maybe things feeling more fair to you. You have this career card. We talked about it. There's like some sort of career or work change going on for you. But I think that the change is you, again, taking lead, stepping up into leadership positions, or making sure that you're getting what you're worth. You have this tortoise card, slowly but surely getting ahead. Yes, I think this could be speeding up for you. If you allow those small wins to lead you in the right direction, like whatever is winning for you, then I think that this is speeding up big time. You have this fox. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So again, same thing. I think over the past like year or so, we've been seeing things like this in your readings. So you're becoming more business savvy. Even if you have a job or a career, I think you're kind of blending into situations and making sure that you can get ahead, plain and simple. You also have this tent card. It says temporary situation. Yeah, like whatever your situation is right now, I think it will change. And then finally, you have this unicorn that says, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. The whole entire reading talks about your intuition. It also says, you see clearly now, so you're clearly being led. Pretty straightforward reading here, Leo. I like it. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.